Gwangju's very own rock band that was previously featured on a variety of music stages here in the city for more than 3 years now are saying goodbye to us as the band members have decided to go their own ways. And those of you that are fans of the Feed the Boats, listen up as the band will get you guys the last chance to hear their music on their farewell concert. And for today's Daily Report, I'm excited to introduce you guys the two members of the band.
My name's Mitch.
And John.
All right. First of all, would you mind introducing you guys, yourself, and your band to our listeners, please?
Okay, well, Feed the Bands has been, active in Gwangju for about 3.5 years or something. We've played in a variety of venues around Gwangju, including the GFN Christmas party recently, which was
I remember that.
quite fun.
Let's start by talking about the farewell party on February 2nd. So obviously it's going to be the last chance for us to go out and enjoy you guys' music. Could you tell us a little bit more about the farewell party? What is it for and when is it going to take place? What kind of events are you planning?
Where is going to be the foreign bar Speakeasy downtown, which is opposite Burger King.
Right.
So February the 2nd, probably about 10:30 p.m. And yeah, it's going to be the last time that we'll all be together as a band playing. So we're going to try and play every song we know pretty much. So I'm not sure how long that'll take. And to commemorate the occasion, we're going to have some T-shirts printed that people can buy. So maybe you can have a CD and a T-shirt for Man1.
CDs and T-shirts for Man1. That's a pretty good deal. You guys are pretty much celebrities among local expats community here in the city. But for some of our listeners who might not know your band, could you share how your band was formed? What's the journey been like for the last 3.5 years? Things of the nature.
Yeah, sure. We just started out because we all met downtown talking about music and stuff.
Right.
And we decided to try something out, and we recruited different members throughout the course of a few weeks, I guess, and then started practicing and started writing our own material, doing covers. That's basically it. Been doing shows ever since for the past, 3 years?
Other than Gwangju, which places has your band played at?
Played in a lot of different cities in Korea.
Okay.
For example, Busan, Daegu, Daejeon, and quite a few shows in Jeonju.
Interesting.
So the way we got started playing in Jeonju was there was a band called Sleep Without Dreaming who came to play in Gwangju. A couple shows in Seoul. I don't know if any of your listeners have heard of Club FF in Hongdae in Seoul, but we did a show there like a month ago. That was pretty fun.
I'm going to have to ask you to be honest with us. And in your very own opinion, what do you think about the live music scene in Korea or rock music in Korea in general?
It's a good question. I think it's great in Seoul and in Busan. I've been to Busan and Seoul so many times with two different bands I'm in Korea.
Right.
And I've seen so many other great bands. But other than that, it's really hard to find other bands. Usually when I see other bands from other parts of Korea, it's at a show like here in Gwangju or playing with them, like with one of the bands that I play in maybe Busan or something like that. There's a few bands like Magna Fall is really good.
Right.
There's a band from Seoul called Troublemakers. Those are two of the best bands I've ever seen anywhere. But they're both based in Seoul.
Okay.
So it's really hard to find any that quality of stuff anywhere else. Usually, I mean there are really good bands, but it's harder to find them because the music scene's so limited and small in general.
How do you think we can improve that?
That's a good. I have no idea.
Well,
just keep looking.
Maybe more concerts.
Keep looking for bands. Go to more concerts. Watch I guess Twitter, Facebook, see if you and your friends are talking about bands.
The thing, and maybe in Seoul and Busan and things, there seems that I think Gwangju has a lack of venues for live music.
Very true.
So, even thinking about it, not a lot of venues spring to mind. And I think that's one of the biggest problems Gwangju has with the music scene.
I don't know if you remember the place that you guys played at the GFN Christmas party,
Yeah.
but once the Asia Culture Complex is done, when it's done, constructed, I think it's going to be the place for a lot of bands from all different kind of bands to perform.
Well, that'll be a big improvement.
I know you've mentioned the Club FF in Hongdae, but what is the best concert you've played at? It doesn't really have to be about the number of people that are there, but maybe the atmosphere, the time that you guys had, the sound, atmosphere, anything you remember?
I think it actually was Club FF that one weekend because we after the show we all knew how good we did and no mistakes, perfect sound. The sound quality was amazing. The crowd response was really good. I mean, I didn't really care about that because actually I heard everything every member was doing. A lot of times, and I hate saying this, but a lot of times if you're not in one of the bigger cities at a club, a proper venue, the sound systems aren't necessarily the best.
Right.
So it's hard to hear everything, and we could hear everything. We knew we did really well. We played a short set even. Everything was spot on. So that was my favorite show I've ever played, actually.
How about you, John?
Totally agree with that. We were on such a high after that. And before that, almost arguing with each other because we couldn't find it. We were walking around Hongdae for ages and ages and ages, and we're getting more and more cross with each other. But and then after the show, it was like night and day. After the show, it's like guys high-fiving each other and hugging each other.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
So that was definitely the best show that we did. We're actually going back to Club FF on the 26th of January. So next Saturday.
Are you guys excited?
Not this Saturday, next Saturday. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I mean, we've got that show and then the show in Speakeasy and then...
You're going to be done.
And then it's finished, yeah. So
I'm very sad. Okay, so I remember your band was invited to GFN Christmas party. We've talked about that. How was it? And what do you think GFN could do to better connect with the local musicians?
I was pretty good. Like, I just wish we could have played longer because we like playing, as much as possible. But it was a good time to see a lot of the bands we haven't seen before. That's actually Magna Fall was there. That's my favorite band I've seen in a long time, actually. And I was really glad to see them.
They were the last band to go, right?
Yeah, they were great. But it was good. It's just there was a lot of people there, and I liked the free drinks and stuff like that.
I mean, it was the good thing about the GFN party was seeing a variety of music as well, because every band was slightly different.
Right.
So it was really good because a lot of people came, and I think everyone, there was a good atmosphere. There was a raffle and prizes and everything. I think everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
As for the second part of the question.
How we can better connect with the local musicians.
Okay, so you said so I was honest with you. Can you be honest with me?
Absolutely.
How often does GFN send reporters to gigs or anything?
As far as I know, we've never done.
Yeah, so I mean, I want to suggest that would be a good way of making contacts, for a start. And you could have gig reviews, or you could send people out even to meet people and talk to people. I think that would make a big difference.
Absolutely, I'll keep that in mind. Good advice. Thank you. How about you, Mitch? Do you have any ideas?
Go see more musicians, just talk to people about it, I guess. I mean...
on the GFN message boards as well, I never see anything about, people talking about gigs or anything.
Right.
So maybe...
Encourage more people
maybe
to talk about music.
Start some kind of conversation on the GFN message boards about it.
Good idea. I also heard your band will break up after the farewell party, as we've been talking. Why did you decide the dissolution of the band, and what are some of the future plans for you guys?
Well, it's not so much that we decided the dissolution of the band. It's more that the band breaking up is a byproduct of myself, Chuck, and Joe. Chuck is the bass player, Joe is the singer. We're all finishing our contracts in Korea, and I'm leaving at the end of February, and so is Chuck. And then Joe's leaving in May, I think.
April,
the end of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so it's not like we decided to stop the band.
You had to.
It's more like we couldn't continue.
Since we are getting out of our time, do you have any other last comments you'd like to leave us?
I have one. Don't be brazen.
Well, if I can be so presumptuous as to give some advice to some of your maybe younger listeners, if you're playing an instrument is a fantastic hobby, I think, and even if you don't have to form a band, but music has great therapeutic value,
right?
And a guitar or something, you can get a musical instrument cheaply. You can get a second-hand guitar, you can get a recorder or something.
Right.
And it's a great way of connecting with other people. So I would recommend to anybody, especially if they're younger, to anybody, learning a musical instrument or finding some kind of musical skill. And I honestly believe anybody can do this. It's a very worthwhile experience.
So for those of Gwangju's awesome fans and support groups of the Feed the Boats, I'd like to remind you guys one more time, the farewell party of the Feed the Boats will be at Speakeasy in downtown Gwangju on Saturday, February 2nd at 10:30 p.m. There will be an on-site specials as well as CDs and t-shirts you can buy for 10,000won. So come out and be part of a great music party one last time. Anyways, thanks guys for taking your time to talk with us today, John and Mitch from Feed the Boats.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Feed the bands.
Feed the bands.
You'll see what I'm talking about later.
That's Ben Yejiju from GFN.